Hello, my name is Dr. Dharma, and I am the medical director at Recover ITC. We are here to offer services for people who are struggling with long haul. If you're having any symptoms where you have brain fog, dizziness, chest palpitations, shortness of breath, difficulty sleeping, just if you feel off, right? And you know what that means. You were one way before, and then in the last 2-3 years, you've seen such a dramatic change. If you can pinpoint it directly related to long haul COVID, where you've either had a mild case or maybe had been hospitalized, or maybe your family had COVID but you never got it, but then afterwards you had symptoms where you just never felt right, but you never actually was diagnosed with it, that actually does fall into this big basin of symptoms related to inflammation that your body has, that then can send you in a trajectory where you're off. Okay, so I want you to know that we now have services that are available to you. A lot of times people are struggling and have been kind of looked over as kind of a hypochondriac or a whiner, and because you don't have a pinpoint, and because doctors can't actually give you a diagnosis like, oh, it's heart failure, or oh, it's your asthma, oh, you have a memory issue, because they can't give you a specific diagnosis, then it makes you walk away from the table feeling like it must be me, maybe there's nothing wrong with me, your blood tests are all normal, your stress tests, EKGs are all fine, so it must be you. That's actually not true. If you don't feel right, then this is a space that you can feel safe in, and we'd love to have those open conversations with you, and kind of help you start to feel better. And sometimes feeling better doesn't require a diagnosis. It requires someone who wants to partner with you. And so anyone who has fibromyalgia, Lyme, any of those chronic inflammatory diseases, and now long haul COVID being a really significant one that a lot of people are falling through cracks because they can't get the help that they need, then Recover is here to work through not only making sure it's not something else like hormones, we'll check your labs, we'll check your cardiovascular system, all of that. And then once we make sure that it isn't something else that we're not being able to fully identify to treat, then what we do is work towards helping you feel better. And then we have multiple treatment modalities that are both standardized and alternative and holistic to help you get back to good health. And that can range from, we have methodology like a thing called PACE, where it shows you how to get through a day or an event when you're so fatigued, when you just can't even get out of bed. We have specialized exercises where you're working out only lying down so that you don't have that dizziness that can happen because a lot of patients have POTS, which is kind of like or orthostatic blood pressure issue related to inflammation or any of these autoimmune inflammatory diseases. We have some entourage products, which are a whole flower botanical that has been studied and shown to have efficacy, that means works, in people with long haul COVID. And so there's never one modality, that is just for every patient. It's not everyone gets treated the same. It's very individualized, customized, and that's what we call precision medicine. It's what is the new age of medicine, where you don't have a base that is the same for someone who is fair, pale blue eye skin, and someone like me who is has more melanin. We obviously have different things that our skin needs, and that applies to people with inflammation that causes them to have different symptoms, right? So they might have brain fog as their main symptom, and well, you can't just say, oh, you have brain fog. No, how do we get you through so you can function, so you don't lose your job, right? And we also provide lots of like testing in regards to documentation, so that should you not be able to work, and should you need our assistance in helping you with family medical leave or disability, short-term or long, then we can actually have quantifiable things that can help you. And last but not least, other treatment modalities include supplements that have been tried in a functional medicine arena. And we really work on gut bacteria. Your microbiome is some vault of holding in viruses that just are very insidious and then can cause inflammation. So really healing your gut is really important. We have IV and IM and sub-Q, that means through your vein, as a shot or into your muscle. Modalities, whether it's NAD, have high dose vitamin C, or whole concoctions of cocktails that are actually created just for you. And so those things can, again, help you with energy, fatigue being one of the biggest things where you just feel like you just can't do it, and then even low dose naltrexone. I mean, I know a lot of this stuff you might not have heard of, be familiar with, and I'm not sure which one we would use on you, because it really is based on your symptoms. And last but not least, we have a whole Elevate Wellness Therapeutics, which is biohacking at its finest, which is using light energy to help you, from infrared and red light, and it also has ozone therapy with the whole cat. We do PEMF and salt therapy, and there's just so many different modalities that we use to help balance and have you be present and intentional. So we are definitely a holistic alternative facility that is here to help patients in this path where they're really struggling, and they've been shuffled around to multiple individual specialists who kind of say, oh, well, you don't have lung disease, you don't have heart disease, there's nothing wrong with you, but yet you feel bad. So let us walk with you in this journey of compassion and healing. Again, my name is Dr. Dharma. I'm with the Recovery ITC unit at the Mind and Body Center, and we look forward to helping you.